What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Pops and Whiz SportsCast. We're your host. My name's Mr. Whiskers, and to my right is Papa K. How you doing tonight, Dad?
Oh, not bad.
Well, you know what? I feel like we could be doing better. I forgot to turn the damn sign on.
Go ahead.
Oh, my God!
I was just going to mention that to you.
I got it. What did I just knock down? Oh.
Blinded by the light.
What is happening, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? It is Tipsy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Pops and Whiz Sportscast kind of evening, and there's a lot to talk about tonight. We got Sweaty in the chat saying, "Oh!" and Alpha King in the chat as well saying, "Oh! Hey! What's happening, guys? How's it going?" Aaron Rodgers is visiting the Jets, says Alpha King.
They're in California right now. They flew out there.
Ooh!
Woody Johnson.
Yo.
But the big news. Daniel Jones is here for 4 years.
Daniel Jones stays a New York Giant. Aaron Rodgers visiting the Jets. Derek motherfucking Carr he's a New Orleans Saint.
Yeah. And Saquon's here. They franchised him.
So they franchised him.
Yeah. And gave, I think they gave Daniel too much money, but.
How much money did they give him?
4 years, $160 million.
160 mil, 4 years.
40 a year.
40 a year. I'm surprised. You know, that's interesting. That's interesting.
But they want to keep him. Because
and they franchise Saquon. What do you think? What do you guys think that Aaron Rodgers is going to ask for?
well, he's entitled, if he goes to the Jets, $59 million. It's
59.
Green Bay still owes him for the next 2 years.
And so if the Jets take over his contract,
They got to pay him.
it's a 2-year contract, 59 mil.
Well, they got to pay him.
They got to pay him.
It's either that or 1 year. I'm not sure.
Alva King throwing in, and the Titans want to trade Henry as well.
Yeah.
I was sitting there.
I'll take him.
Right? Could you imagine Saquon and Derrick Henry on the same team?
Monster like him and agile running back like him. Oh.
That's oh my God!
Saquon got a little screwed on this, but they can negotiate a deal with the franchise. He got $10.1 million, which he could have got more. He could have got probably closer to between 12 and 16 million.
Yeah, this is just. I mean, we knew that somebody was going to get the money. Who's it going to go to?
Yeah, but I didn't want to see one go.
I know.
If Saquon leaves, Daniel Jones is screwed.
Not necessarily, though.
Yeah, but,
Not necessarily.
Saquon is in his prime right now, in my opinion. He had a great year last year, healthy.
Yeah.
And if he wants to make more money, he's got to put on a show this year and show that they can go back to the playoffs, win 10 games, even if you're in a wild card again. Because I don't think you're going to beat out Dallas or actually Philly.
Well, the thing is so I see Alpha King put in that the Titans are looking to trade Derrick Henry. Where do you think he's gonna go? Where do you think where? What team is he gonna go to?
Whoever he goes to he's gonna help him.
I can't believe the Titans.
Maybe they don't want to pay him.
Sweaty asked, "Did you like the clip, Swizz?" Sweaty, very impressive clip, man. Sweaty figured out how to send clips to me. I've noticed this. So there are things, chat, that I've been having issues with, and I know Sweaty. I know that you were having problems sending me a clip because the file size was too big. How you worked it out? Did you shrink it? Did you just trim it down? How did that work out? Because I noticed I'm trying to download our clips, to start posting to TikTok. TikTok's saying, there's no room for you here, Wiz.
Really?
They're just not going through.
No,
I'm
we're sorry.
We got Permadirt in the chat. 40 mil perm.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
I don't know how much is guaranteed, but it's definitely 4 years, 160 mil. Saquon 10.1.
I do agree with you between Daniel Jones and Saquon. The chemistry, they're a good pair.
Yeah.
Behind center.
I knew they were going to sign Jones before Saquon because quarterback. Now, pressure is on him now. Now, in my opinion, Giants got to give him another receiver.
Oh, yeah.
These guys were good, they got. But they're not major.
We need a deep threat.
Yeah.
We need a deep threat. So we got Sweaty saying, hold on. Rumored to Buffalo, says Alpha King.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Imagine him in Buffalo now with
Josh Allen?
Oh.
Oh, man.
I know somebody would be happy.
That's insane. That's insane. That would be incredible. You know, that would really suck for the Jets because now they don't have the option to get Carr. He's off the table. You're not getting Garoppolo.
Well, he's still available. But Carr's gone. They don't want Tannehill, from what I hear.
They're not getting him.
Well, I don't know if they want him.
No, they want Aaron Rodgers, which to me is like, it's interesting. Again, it's always been interesting
I'll be
to me. I've
surprised
talked
by
about
tomorrow if you don't see Aaron Rodgers in green.
In gangrene?
Gangrene, yeah.
Because he's already been in green before. Yeah. Green and yellow.
Yeah. Because it seems like the Packers don't want no part of this.
No.
I heard
they're done.
The Packer guy on the Michael K show today said it doesn't seem they're interested in him at all.
Mm-mm.
They want Jordan Love, the guy they drafted 2 years ago.
Oh, well.
Now, the problem is with Jordan Love, he's still really a rookie because he hasn't played much.
Mm-hmm.
The way Minnesota played this past year, the odds are Packers are not going to be in the mix. And, by the way, Detroit's getting really good.
Detroit?
Yeah, look at last year.
Well, hold on one second. Let me catch up with chat here real quick. Let's see. So Alvin King said, rumored to Buffalo. Sweaty says, I don't know who this is and what this is about. Titans, Permanent says, Titans in rebuild mode. Sweaty saying, yeah, I made like the quality small. So Sweaty talking about the clips. Oh, the quality. Oh, I'm going to have to try that. Alpha King says, as a Dolphins fan, I hope Henry doesn't go to Buffalo. Yo, that would be...
Yeah.
But, again, do you think, like, Alpha, like, do you think that with Derrick Henry there for Buffalo, if that is the piece that they're missing? I think what they're really missing is, the defense falters.
Wasn't good this year.
Towards the end, they start off like a house of fire.
He would add,
and then boom, done.
He would add an immense power
to
in
the offense.
Now you got to worry
like
about
60 to 50.
Him, Stephon Diggs, the other wide receiver, the tight end. Maybe Buffalo could run the ball more because they throw a lot. So
I know, but again, I feel like
they want to get there and beat Kansas City one day if they ever face each other again.
We got, pardon me. Permanent saying, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much is guaranteed. Sweaty. Alpha, are you a streamer?
Who's he talking about? Guaranteed.
Yeah, Alpha's a streamer. Talking about guaranteed. Wait, yeah. Hold on, Permadirt. I gotta catch up to chat. There's a lot I'm missing here. Hold on a second. Pops.
I think I can tell you how much is guaranteed. If it's
Detroit might take the division, says Permadirt.
I don't know about that. Because Minnesota had 13 wins last year, but all close games. Yeah, I could see Stafford is really... my God, you saw what they did last year.
With the Rams?
Stafford is on Detroit now, is he? Do I have it mixed up?
No, he started with Detroit.
Okay,
then he went to the Rams.
Goff.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Hold on, everybody. Hold the phone here. Did he go back to Detroit? Because that was like, you were about to I was about to blow a fuse in here.
You gotta
how did I miss that?
Detroit. If I'm Detroit, get some defense. You lost games, 41-38, 38-35. You shouldn't lose those games. They would have been in the playoffs if they won those games.
Oh yeah.
Come on. And they won their last 6.
Detroit?
Oh, 6 out of 7. The one game before they beat the Packers, they lost, and that would have put them in the playoffs.
It's just these moves. But one thing we've seen, chat, is when it comes to moves like this, right? Kansas City loses Tyreek Hill. Still get a fucking Super Bowl.
Yep.
They still get a Super Bowl. So just because guys moving around, Hill going to the Dolphins definitely powered up the Dolphins' offense a bit.
Yeah.
But Derrick Henry leaving the Titans, doesn't mean yeah, he's gonna add something to the
He said
table.
Titans-
I feel like
Titans are rebuilding.
yeah,
If
It's
they're
permanent.
rebuilding, they're probably not going to keep Tannehill, though he's available.
Permanent says I just don't know how those numbers work out with Henry. Oh, it's just
They wouldn't give him more than 2 or 3 years.
how old is Derrick Henry now?
I'll say he's like Saquon. Got to be like 29.
Late 20s,
Yeah.
late 20s.
Yeah.
So he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
You would
You
hope.
know, there's a
Yeah.
lot of gas in the tank, Chad.
But at the end, they concentrated on him. He didn't do much.
Alva King, streaming some COD. When was the last time you streamed Alpha? Hold on a second. Let's get a little love out there. For the love of God, Wiz, learn how to throw some more shout outs out there. Come on, man. I'm trying. Dude, what did I just do?
Yeah,
I did something. Still don't know. I got it. Modern Warfare 2. There you go. Let's see. Sweaty says, "Yo, Wiz, Cody Sanga is so good. His first start, we won 7-1. Talking about the Mets are the best, according to Sweaty. Mets are, this is, again, baseball. There's so much shit happening right now in the world of sports, right, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's like, it's funny how we have weeks of like after the Super Bowl, right? Everybody had the Super Bowl hangover, like, oh, this NFL's over. I know I was right there, like, oh, God, what am I going to do?
You got all this draft stuff going on.
You gotta watch.
Free agent signings. You got baseball in preseason already.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah. Who are they going to keep? You know? But the big news, right, like I said, today was the final day with the football thing, you know?
I know. I was in the car, so when you dropped me off to pick my car up, there was like 15. I jump in on the radio. There's like 15 minutes left.
Yeah, 4 o'clock was the deadline.
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock somewhere. No, that's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
It's 5 o'clock a world. Yeah.
I was getting nervous. 15 minutes.
No.
Not gonna lie, yo, my ass was clenched. I was like, who are we gonna get? How's this gonna go?
I had a feeling. I didn't think they'd give him that
That was
much money.
tense.
Yeah, but his agent said he wanted $45 million.
Were you tense?
No.
You weren't tense.
No.
You knew this was. Do you have inside information?
No,
you
but
have you have a source, don't you?
What I was listening to all
He's
week,
got an inside guy.
you know, all these guys that report on the Giants, I had a feeling that they're not letting him go. I was worried Saquon wouldn't stay here, but I think, and they said, even on franchise day, now they can negotiate with him during the course of the year and give him more money and more years. So you can't let him go because these guys connected this year, you know, between Jones. Jones didn't have to throw too much. Find me a receiver. Find me a guy. They let Galladay go, by the way, finally. That was a bust. $70 million. The guy did nothing.
Where did we get him from again?
Detroit. Yeah.
Detroit. Yeah, that was.
That was a waste of money.
You know, you're gonna see yeah. With that, see,
Do you keep
when it
Jeffrey?
comes, I'd keep him slot receiver.
Always hurt.
Okay,
Lost the whole year after game 3.
Pops is it's when you're getting when you're moving players around from team to team. It's not because of the injuries. Like it's not going, son of a bitch sprained his ankle. Trade him.
Why do you think? And I don't know if I agree or disagree. Try to get Odell Beckham back for like 2 years. Yeah. No. What? A guy with injuries. Nobody signed him. He didn't play last year.
I almost shot beer all over the mic.
Yeah. Guys still.
You really want him back?
If they sign him for like a year or two and give Jones a target like him, hell yeah.
There was again. What kind of shape is OBJ in? Chat. It's one of the Giants need a deep threat.
Yeah. Either that
Alpha.
or start drafted.
The Dolphins. I feel like the Dolphins are a well-rounded team.
But
and I gotta say, McDaniels cracks me the fuck up. He has got to be. He. You know what he reminds me of?
Who?
The coach for the Dolphins,
Oh, okay.
McDaniels.
Yeah.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Rex Ryan on the Jets.
Okay.
This guy's a comedian. He's hilarious.
Well, nobody was like
Oh.
this.
You know? That shit, he cracks me up. The interviews with him, I went on a binge on TikTok of just McDaniels, like, you know, he messes with freaking Tua. He's sitting there, he's like down near the quarterback. I told him to stop, and he just didn't listen. You know, I was on the floor. You know, people look at me when I'm on, like, my lunch break and my breaks at work. They're like, what is wrong with this guy? A lot of things.
Dolphins got Tua's concussion protocol.
So let's see.
And almost beat Buffalo anyway.
Permanent says Henry's a big body, so should age better. We hope so, right? He also says, I wasn't around last week, but Pops had to be jumping around with Rangers trade deadline. I think the biggest problem is Giants wide receivers cannot stay healthy. The last 10 seasons, it seems like the whole wide receiver room is on crutches. Yeah.
It's true.
I
Odell
mean-
started off like a house of fire.
Well, with the first thing Permadirt said, you were pumped, you know. You see it, because the Rangers shirt right here.
But you know what?
You were right.
They didn't go for a defense. They have no defense.
It's
They can't-
frustrating.
And when they can't score, and by the way, the goaltending is not that great. Just switch off to hockey. They got Patrick Kane, right? They got Tarasenko. But their defense sucks. They gave up too many goals, too many rushes, too many breakaways.
Can't do shit with a power play,
Yeah.
which is
yeah.
like the trademark of the Rangers. I can't.
Five power plays the other day against Boston when it was 3-2. They couldn't score.
And that you know, just to dip the toes in the water with hockey here for a second. As a Rangers fan, it's just something that drives me batshit crazy. It's because you sit there and you get all these offensive weapons, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, this will fix the problem.
No.
No, defense.
Yeah. Like
Hey,
I
you
said,
know, freaking
Yeah.
Alpha's saying for the Dolphins, you just got to protect Tua.
yeah, but
That's one of the things that the
two
Dolphins
incidents
do.
of concussion protocol. He didn't even play in a playoff game. They still almost beat Buffalo.
Yeah.
You know,
Could you imagine if he was in there?
Yeah, well, maybe.
They move on.
The guy didn't do too bad who was in there. So.
I'm saying though,
Yeah.
Tua.
Yeah. I think he was hurt all year.
Tua's a piece to the Dolphins puzzle that was very, very necessary.
And they need defensive
and just kind of exploded into something beautiful.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
they-
Like, I remember when he first came out, you're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
I was the same way. I was looking at the name, I was like, I have no idea how to pronounce this. I'm going to butcher the hell out of this. And they're like, oh, they just saw you Tua. Hey, Tua.
And by the way, at the end, Tyreek Hill for him, they didn't do much. It wasn't about Tyreek Hill.
No. But having a threat like Tyreek Hill on the field changes.
Double covered.
It changes a defensive coordinator's
Yeah,
mindset
because now
on the other
double
team.
cover him, now the other guys. Somebody's got to be open.
Hmm?
And somebody was. That's why they only lost by 34-31 to Buffalo.
I know.
That's why I was shocked.
I love this shit, man. These divisions.
And Buffalo went home and faced Cincinnati and got their ass kicked in the snow.
Yeah.
That kind of weather, supposedly, right?
Their weather.
Yeah, got their ass kicked. Josh Allen was throwing picks, and Joe Burrow was throwing nothing but complete passes and touchdowns.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
We got Permader that says Kane and Tarasenko should help with power play. It should.
It hasn't.
That's
Not
it.
yet. I mean,
It's-
Kane just got here, so you gotta give him a few.
some time.
They just had 4 days off.
I know
So
that.
they're not playing till Thursday.
And I know I fall into the typical New York fan mentality of being impatient, but I said it in the beginning of the season. Now, this trade with the Rangers was big.
Yeah.
All right, this was a big deal. For all Rangers fans, oh, we're going for the cup. We're going for the cup. Can we get into the playoffs and freaking just, beat a team in 5 games instead of going to 7 with 6 overtimes? Like, I'm exaggerating a bit, but when we dive into the Rangers' past playoff over the last decade plus, everything has been overtime, double overtime, triple overtime. Back when Lundqvist was still there, You know, yeah, there was so much overtime in the playoffs. You could see Lundqvist was physically aging. He started getting gray.
The whole team was exhausted.
He came out with a cane and his his hot. That's how long it took.
As a diehard Ranger fan, I don't see them going anywhere. No. Yep, they'll probably make the playoffs, but if their defense and their goaltending doesn't improve. If you start facing guys like Vasilevsky last year, right? When we lost 4 straight, they were scoring 1 goal.
But this is this is the thing right now. Is it's like, and as the teams that we are fans of, it seems like it doesn't matter where you live. There is one team, whether it's basketball, football, hockey, baseball. You have that one team that they get there. Mm-hmm. They can get there and they're like, hey, we're here. We made the playoffs, everybody. How's it going? Oh, we're going home? Well, it was great I just wanted to know what it looked like over here.
All the New York teams. Rangers, Yankees, Giants.
Yeah.
I mean, the Knicks didn't make a list.
But I'm talking about all of us right now. Like, Alpha Kings, Dolphins fans, Permadirt over here. My man's a Vikings fan.
Yeah.
Like, we are in a rut right now that, these moves, you pray that they bring you, and you got to be optimistic, right? You have to be. But then there is always that glass half empty part of you that's sitting as a sports fan, that the doubt there going, well,
that's me.
This isn't really what the team needs right now. Like, Alpha. I agree with Alpha. Get an offensive line there to protect Tua.
How about drafting guys in whatever sport?
But guys. Freaking the Jets right now, their biggest problem is a quarterback. But to me, the answer I don't think is within Aaron Rodgers.
The defense wasn't so good at the end either last year.
I know, but they were on the field too fucking much.
Yeah, because they couldn't score.
Because every quarterback they put out there got folded in half like a laundry, like it's.
Is that going to happen to Aaron Rodgers if he comes here?
Yeah.
You can't afford to lose him.
I'm saying like that's going to happen.
He couldn't get injured.
But yeah, he's not a young quarterback anymore, and
for one team that didn't have a good offensive line.
Have Aaron Rodgers now that he's out of his cave. Call up Mike White and be like, "Hey, Mike, how your ribs feeling? They're still broken." Yeah, no, you kissed your toes. I didn't think it was possible.
Rodgers, he's gone. They're going to leave Zach Wilson as the backup.
I don't know how I feel about that either.
Oh yeah.
Sweaty's saying, "Hey, Wiz, do you work this weekend? Because I'm thinking of streaming Valorant this weekend." I do work on Saturday, Sweaty. Did you know Ronnie Marcio of the Mets keeps hitting 450-plus foot home runs?
Yeah, so yeah, but they're not going to keep him. Because they got, unfortunately, this, what's his name, Vogelback? Yeah, I saw the home runs. My God, this guy's bombs. And the other guy that signed Darren something, who did nothing for them. But they're still under contract. If you can get rid of these guys and sign this kid, or at least bring him up as a DH. But again, he hasn't faced major league pitching yet. This is minor league. My favorite right now is, I don't know, Sweaty, have you seen the TikToks recently? Max Scherzer on a mound for the New York Mets, right? I heard about this. This pitch clock, I think he loves this shit. He loves this shit. He's just sitting up there, and we're already seeing, and with Max Scherzer being one of the first that I've seen so far, I don't know, Chad, if you've seen anybody else, he's already using this to his advantage. And there's some hitters out there that are like, I ain't leaving the box. I never left the box. But they can call timeout.
They got one timeout.
That's it.
But I'm like, dude, I thought this was going to be, I guess these players knew ahead of time, they were already planning for what was going to happen.
I'm sure they had to.
Yeah. You're a professional. Yeah. This is what you're here for. You're a competitor. They were getting ready for this shit. Yep. But I love to see it Max Scherzer's already messing with hitters. Just sitting there
He waits till the last second.
At second number 3, if I was him, I'd just give him a smile going, bah!
You know what I saw the difference already now? No more shift.
No more, yeah.
I saw a lot of hits that would not have been hits last year. Guys up the middle.
We're going to see more. I feel like we're going to see more runs.
You know who's getting the hits too? of all guys, Aaron Hicks. He's hitting the ball up the middle. He's hitting the ball to the right
Didn't
side.
it drive you crazy?
He's here for another year.
That answers that question. We got Perimeter. It says Dolphins have the best 2 wide receivers.
I don't know about that,
That's debatable. That's debatable, Perimeter. Perimeter also says bringing 3 Stanley Cups of experience should help.
but that's past tense. That was 8 years ago when they won his last one. This guy has been around 16 seasons. You know, can he fit in? You know what? They put him right with Tarasenko and Panarin. I would have tried to put him with like Lafreniere and Kako, where he's the experienced guy.
I know you said you wanted to switch their lines up.
I would think Gallant might do that.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
You know, because like here's the definition of crazy people: doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. The Rangers need to do something, and they need to score power play goals. It's called an advantage here. It's an advantage, and they're just like, well, we really wanted to practice passing the puck around. That's really, we didn't get enough time to,
In their defense, in a lot of the games I've watched, they've had some bad luck too, which happens. Well, hitting the post, facing a real hot goaltender that makes unbelievable saves, standing on his head.
Pops.
happens.
You're telling me that they don't pass for power play, right? They got a power play.
Yeah.
It's just I'm just gonna say it, just like, oh yeah, there's 2 minutes on the clock for the New York Rangers 5-on-4 hockey here, ladies and gentlemen. And he passes and then he passes again. Oh, then there's another pass here up the middle. Oh, no, it got away from him.
I agree.
Oh, there's another pass. They're trying to get it back in the zone. They had it in the zone.
Sometimes
He passed it again.
They're trying to be too perfect, and they're losing time on the clock. Shoot the puck at the net, anything could happen.
Dude, I thought I overthunk things.
No, shoot
The
puck.
Rangers are the definition of overthinking a situation. Throw that shit at the net. We got a new follower over here, Fallen Doom. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh,
Who is it?
my God. Fallen Doom. Let's get a little cheers over here for Fallen Doom. How you doing tonight? How's everything going?
Fall and Doom.
Fallen Doom. Fallen. Like
Doom.
Fallen
Yeah.
Doom.
Interesting.
I read that right? I read that right? Yeah, I read that right. Fallen Doom.
Interesting.
Cheers, Fallen. How you doing? Thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to the Pops and Wiz SportsCast, where we talk sports. We talk a lot of stuff. We talk a whole bunch of shit. And then in a couple of weeks, the Home Run Derby Challenge, where we get this man to face this guy, and I think we still have what? MLB The Show 21 or 22?
Got me.
Gonna have to go back and look that up.
We'll order a new one this year. We'll order a new one.
Has anybody played the new show? Is it any good?
I haven't
Is
even
it
seen
worth spending the money
23
on?
yet.
I know what's out there.
Okay.
But let's see. We got Alpha King saying, "Go Yankees, let's go!"
Yeah.
I want, I just want them to compete. I want a good season. I'm excited. Again, baseball really gets me hyped up because winter. That just means winter is at its end. Fuck the winter.
I'm Mr. Negative. I love the Yankees. Always have.
Not you.
Yes.
You.
Yes.
You.
But
You're negative.
till they show me they can get to the World Series and not get eliminated every time in the first or second round.
Pops, I thought you were the
I-
most optimistic New Yorker out there.
No, because they haven't shown me shit.
I know. I'm playing with that.
Yeah. They to me, look at last year. They got swept by the Astros, right? Cool. Nobody could hit. What does that tell you? Pitching.
Yeah.
There's Gary Cole, Rodon, Herman, Cortez.
Well, could
Do
you
we have it?
imagine, like, now this pitch clock, this is going to change things, even in the playoffs.
Mm.
You're going to have an entire regular season to get yourself situated, but, it is going to change the atmosphere of the playoffs. Things are going to be different.
I want to see how games are cost by this, if the guy doesn't do it on time. What is it, a walk, a ball?
Yeah, so
If it's 3-2 and he doesn't do it right, it's a walk, right?
if he doesn't throw it in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
But if it gets to the 8-second marker and the hitter is not set in the batter's box looking in the direction of the hitter, the pitcher, strike. Goodbye. You're gone.
Really?
That ends that.
I haven't seen that
bet.
happen yet.
I have. Oh, pops.
When it hits the
I
8
really
second
gotta-
mark, and what does he do wrong?
So
The hitter?
the pitcher has 20 seconds to throw the ball.
Okay.
The hitter has to be in the batter's box. In the batter's box, and by that 8-second marker,
What, somebody wasn't in the box?
yeah, you can't just be sitting there all like playing with your feet and your wrists and
Oh,
shit.
okay, all right. Oh, I get it.
You know? Like the hitter has to be in the box, focused on the pitcher by that 8-second marker on the clock. If not, strike!
I get it. No, why not? I was tired of them stepping out of the box all the time, fixing their wristband, their gloves. You know, forget it.
Yeah. Yeah, how many times do you got to do this?
Oh, man, Robinson Cano was notorious for that.
You know, how much dirt
Derek
is...
Jeter,
you know?
remember? Always had his hand up.
I know.
Like time.
Oh, man, I
That-
can only
that's-
imagine how he'd be in this
that's
scenario. Let's see. We got Sweaty going, boo, let's go Mets. Mets fans are picking up people with the pitch clock. Yeah, it is interesting to see how the Mets are going about this. Permadirt says Tarasenko just won a few years ago.
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now he's with the Rangers.
Yeah.
This is a whole different thing now, Permadirt. This is New York.
Whole different, style of play. You know, Gallant has his own way. Now he put him with Panarin, which is good. And by the way, he scored, I think, 4 or 5 goals already.
I know.
The
I just want to
The problem
see
with the Rangers is their defense
power plays and
sucks.
defense.
And their goaltending
I
has
was like,
been,
it's just,
goaltending has not been good.
no.
I love Igor
It's up,
Shesterkin,
it's down, it's
but-
up, it's down.
But he hasn't been that good, especially in big games. Both times he faced Olmark on Boston. Both times he lost. He gave up 3 here, and then I think, 3 again. The last one was empty netter. Well, once again, Rangers can't score. Can't score on a power play. 5 power plays, you don't score. Give me
No.
1 goal out of those 5, and the game is tied.
One. That's what I mean. As I was just getting into it, I started having a song brewing in my head. New York. This is a team that passes on power plays.
They're not
It
even-
ain't gonna go your way.
They're not anywhere near what they were last year. Last year they used to win these games.
They-
The Rangers have blown more third period games.
It makes
This
my
year.
eye twitch.
I can't tell you
Makes
how
it-
many
it
times
makes
the
it
Rangers
just-
were up 3-0 in the third period and lost. Up 3-1, lost.
And this
Up
is where
3-2, can't keep the lead.
this is where pops and then I've told you in chat. I've said this before in the past. When I went on that 2-year hiatus from sports, and I didn't watch sports for 2 years straight because I needed to get my head straight. I needed to realize my priorities and what's important to me, and just I can't have the rest of my week ruined where I'm just sitting there a miserable person to be
I
around.
don't get upset like that anymore. A little bit, but
But and we're talking about this was like what 10 years ago for me. But it's the Rangers that did it to me.
Yeah.
Again, when was the Cup against the Kings?
2013.
Dude, yeah, so 10 years.
It was
10
us,
years.
once again. They kept playing 7 games
Brutal.
to win.
It hurts.
And then by Stanley Cup time, they were. And by the way, Kreider hit the post twice in those overtime games. They win that game, both games. They probably go to and win the cup.
Sweaty saying I sent in someone from my esports team to follow. Oh, Sweaty, I appreciate that. That was Fallen Doom. Well, Fallen Doom, I hope you enjoy your stay here at the Mr. Whiskey's channel. This is currently the Pops and One SportsCast. We also do gaming here as well. Oh my God. I appreciate that, Sweaty. Let's see, we got Oopsie in the chat saying, hello! Oopsie, oh my God. How you doing, brother? How's it going? How's it going? Some hype in the chat for Oopsie over here. Yo. How you been, Oops? How do you feel about the Rangers? How do you feel about... Wait a minute. Oopsie, that's right. You're a Raiders fan, right?
Yeah. Now.
Oh, yeah, because before it was the Panthers, and then it was... Wait, weren't you a Bills fan, too? I digress. But recently, Raiders fan, Derek Carr, gone.
Yeah.
Oopsie, what did the Raiders do?
Who's the quarterback?
Who is their quarterback now? Oops. And also, how you been, man? But, yeah, what do they do? What do they do?
It's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
We got Sweaty over here saying, "Oh my God!" Pops laughed. We got him, Sweaty. We gave him a little bit of the "oh my God," and then he
I don't
was
know if
like,
you'll be laughing. You got tough competition again. Phillies and the Braves. Miami's starting to get better, but I don't think there'll be any problem for the Mets. And Washington is total rebuild, so there should be no issues there.
But see, this is what's exciting. Is not just like you know. So with baseball, with football, these divisions are getting. You don't look at the Mets division anymore and go,
No.
Mets aren't going anywhere. No, now it's like, oh shit, who's gonna take it?
Same with the American League with the Yankees.
Yeah.
You don't know. You
Who's
got
gonna
Tampa,
take it?
Toronto, Boston, Orioles. You see they've gotten a whole lot better.
You know, Orioles used to be a team where you came into like whether you were the Red Sox, Toronto, the Yankees, and you're like, all right, we're gonna take this series. We might not sweep them, but
Not happening anymore.
no, Orioles. It's like, let's go,
Yeah,
let's go.
There were times the Yankees beat them like 17 out of the 19 games. Not anymore.
I love it though. I love it.
Parity.
I love the competitiveness coming and the moves that are
Well,
made.
finally, they're getting people. They've been losing 100 games for how long? Now they're getting people from the minor leagues, draft picks, through trades. Keep a couple of veterans around. They have a couple of good players. And they got possibly the top pitching staff because all their guys are, from through trades. Yeah.
It's going to be an exciting season. I think,
You
again,
take nothing for granted.
like, we've talked the ups and downs of a pitch clock. We've talked about, how many times thrown over the first can affect the game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as baseball nears closer,
Yeah.
the excitement starts to build. You feel it. You feel it in your chest. You're like, ha ha,
Yeah, so coming soon. What is it? What's today? The 7th? 21st. You got about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
a little less than 3 weeks.
Yeah. It's going to be, like, right now, it's in games that don't mean shit.
No.
It's in, and so it gives them a chance to you get used to this. Even though, like I said earlier, prior to this, they were probably going, all right, how much time is it? 27? They're probably sitting in their backyard with a, telling their wife or their, with their kids, like, all right, get the stopwatch going, let's go. How long did it take me to get that pitch ready?
Yankees already sent 4 guys to the minors today. Don't ask me who they are. Never heard of them. But like I told you yesterday, their big prospect is Volpe. He's a shortstop. This kid looks really good. But everybody's telling me they want Peraza. He has more defensive experience. I don't know. So Tyler Falefa is out of the box. He's probably not going to play a lot. You got.
I just think like
unless you move Glaber.
Listen, when it comes
Which
to
could happen. Move Glaber.
I feel like he can move around, right? But like I feel like the biggest thing my biggest concern with the Yankees is their 5 starting pitchers, and where it's like
Can they stay healthy?
Can they stay consistent? Can they stay consistent?
One thing I give credit to Garrett Cole.
I feel
He's
like
not been the guy I thought he would be, but he gives you 33 starts a year.
Yeah. And now I just wonder, like, again, for, like, older pitchers, you know how you said, all right, DH is automatic in the National League now, right?
Yeah, started last year.
And that is to extend a hitter's career, right?
Sure.
Now, this 20-second pitch clock, and I know we talked about this, we briefly went over it last week. Some of these pitchers, when they're playing with the Rosenberg and shit, like, maybe they're like, I just got to...
that in the minor leagues yet. I mean, exhibition games.
I know. But again, like, you're coming into it fresh. Like, think about it. Picture, I'll put it this way. start the night off. You know how we were listening we were listening to music earlier, right? Before we started the show, getting fired up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's doing a little singing. The picture you're sitting, you start a set. You're singing. Your voice, right? You warmed it up. Feeling good.
What's your point?
You know, by the end of that set, not every singer is going to be able to hold that same tone.
Unless you're super good.
I know. But I'm just saying,
The
like
great
right
ones
now, I'm using it as a comparison here. Is like, you know, there's some at the end of a set that are just like, whoa, man. Especially certain songs you sing where you're like, wow.
No.
You know, little
don't-
AC/DC or some shit. You know.
Then you don't deserve to be on stage if you can't complete a whole night.
I get, but listen. I'm just using that as a comparison. It's like, yeah, these pitchers are doing great right now. It's preseason. It's preseason. These games don't mean shit.
They're only throwing 2 innings.
Even just furthering my point is now what happens when we have the moments where you know, Scherzer is throwing a no-hitter into the 7th. It's more. We're not talking 2 innings anymore, chat. We're talking, you know, we're talking perfect games, no hitters. And every season, there's always a couple of pitches that get there. How does the pitch clock affect these moments?
I think right now they're learning already.
Because when that heat, like, you know what I'm saying, right?
What the one thing I haven't seen is the throws to first too much. But as far as the pitch clock, no issues right now. They are moving the pitches. They know.
Yeah.
They got 20 seconds. The minute they get the ball back from the catcher, it's 20 seconds.
Got Oopsie saying Raiders fans always have been, so eat my sandwich.
What the hell's that mean?
Sweaty says, yo, gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. Sweaty, thanks for stopping in, man. Have a fantastic evening, bro. Oopsie saying, no one yet. They have no QB. They are waiting for the draft. Oh, talking about the Raiders, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who they're going to have, with Derek Carr gone. I don't know where they go. They're probably going nowhere.
Where you going? You going nowhere. I mean, who's out there right now? No one.
Garoppolo?
No one.
Tannehill? Those are 2 that can throw at you. Other than that,
Garoppolo might fit with the Raiders.
somebody's going to sign him. Garoppolo's only issues too is injuries. Can't stay on the
Injuries
field.
are
But he's a
inevitable.
pretty damn good quarterback.
They're inevitable.
Made it to the Super Bowl. Got to give him that.
Yeah, keep it going for a second, Pops.
Mhm.
I'll be right back.
Mhm.
Oh, my God.
I'm trying to figure out what. Go.
Yeah.
No, he's talking to me. If anybody's interested, the New York Knicks are on fire. They got one of the best players in the league. He's a little hurt right now, Jalen Brunson. But boy, 9 straight. Playing tonight against Charlotte. They should beat the crap out of them. Which is ironic. They're 10-point favorites, which is rare. But this kid, ooh, wow. I haven't followed the Knicks in years, and I'm starting to like watching this team again. They make the big shots at the end. What's his name? Julius Randle made a big shot the other night to win the game. They win in double overtime against the Celtics, so who knows? Hey Google, what's the score on the Devils game?
Sorry, I don't understand.
What do you mean you don't understand? Hey Google! Hey Google! Google won't answer me. I was talking about the
that's
Knicks.
because you gotta speak politely to her. When you yell at her, she's non-responsive.
I was just talking about the Knicks. 9 straight.
You know,
Beat the
she
Celt-
has feelings.
Beat the Celtics in double overtime.
You ready for this? What were you looking for?
Devils score.
Hey Google, what is the score in the New Jersey Devils game?
Currently, the Devils are trailing the Maple Leafs 1-0 in the second period.
Okay.
Hey Google, thank you.
You're very welcome, Mr. Whiz-Cass.
I should know your name.
I knew that was
So
gonna
I'm the piece of crap, and you're the gentleman.
Yeah.
Were you traded? You did this on purpose.
No.
Wait a minute. How the hell did she know that?
I'm Mr. Whiskers.
Holy shit.
Yo, I shit you not, Pops. I was sitting there one day and I had asked Google what the weather was going to be like outside. And so I'm like grabbing like socks and stuff out of the drawer. And she's like, oh, today here it's going to be, and she just tells me. And then afterwards I just said, hey, thank you. And then I closed the drawer. She's like, you're welcome, Mr. Whiskers. And I was like, the technology is getting smarter, ladies and gentlemen.
God, they know your name.
It's getting crazy.
Holy cow.
Not even calling me by my real name, calling me by my Twitch name.
Yeah, nice.
I was like, what the fuck? Let's see. Oopsie says she doesn't understand you, old man. We got Glove Clan in the chat saying, hey! What's happening, Glove?
I just asked a simple question, Oops.
Whiskers. How you doing, Glove? How's it going, man?
Oh, let me try it again. Hey, Google. What's the score in the Islanders game?
The Islanders are tied with the Sabres 0-0 at the end of the first period.
Thank you. Nothing? See, I was polite. She didn't say nothing to me. Son of a bitch.
You weren't ready for that, were you?
Mm-mm. Hell no. How does the recording know your name?
It's,
I
I don't know. It's because we're...
This sucks. He knows your name and I'm getting fucking screwed here.
She knows my name and she knows you.
Watch one day she's gonna say, hey, Pops, screw you.
See, one day she's going to come back and go, hey, Papa K, how about you look it up yourself?
That's what I got you
Oh,
for.
my God. Oh, my God. Oopsie says, speak to her in German.
Nah.
Can you?
I don't know.
It's been a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't, yeah. I feel like you have to have somebody else in the room that speaks German just to get it fired back up, brushing the dust off.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. What's her name? Sabine.
Yeah, Jay's wife.
Yeah, that was when you got married.
Yeah.
So that time, but it came back to me.
Been a while.
I was amazed that her English was so good.
Yeah.
Yet she can go right to German in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's gonna be great too for the little one, the little girl.
Yeah.
Gonna have the best of both worlds,
True. Yeah.
We got the glove saying I'm good. That's what I like to hear, brother. That's what I like to hear. And again,
You see the guy drinking a beer?
that was a gentleman.
Okay.
Putting a face to the name. It was good to see. What were you drinking tonight, Glove?
Looked like dark beer.
It definitely looked like a draft.
Like Guinness.
Something out of the draft. And
I don't know how people drink that beer. The
It's
Guinness,
good.
Guinness Stout.
Yeah, well, it's not something that like for me personally, like I'll have one for taste.
Oh no. No, I couldn't.
I'm not
drink
drinking a 6-pack of them.
I mean, it's famous like in England, Ireland.
Glove Clan is drinking some Miller Lite.
That didn't look like Miller Lite.
Well, it's Miller Lite.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers, Glove Clan.
One sponsor we want to get one day.
Whoa.
You know how many cans I get every week for Miller Lite? You wouldn't believe it.
It's probably because Miller has sponsored everybody else around us except for us.
Yeah. Come on, Miller Lite. Anybody watching the show? Go.
You got Oopsie says, ask her when the world ends. We're trying to keep it light here tonight, Oopsie.
Let's go in the world.
I mean, interesting question.
How optimistic you are.
Yeah. Oopsie wants to know how much time do we have, because I want to go down the street in my underwear with an American flag and
I got a beer in my hand.
try to keep it a little light, Typically around sports, not doomsday.
You were right about Jalen Johnson, by the way.
You want to talk? You want to talk movies or something? Music? That's one. We're trying to keep Doomsday, Judgment Day out of the picture. What did you say? Sorry.
Jalen Brunson. Remember that game I told you got hurt, which they won, and he returned to the bench, but he hasn't played, and he's not playing against tonight. But they beat Boston without him.
I know, but again, so Pops, you're talking about the NBA.
Yes.
The transitions on this show, ladies and gentlemen, they go up, they go down, they go left, they go right. You never know when they're going to hit you.
Yeah, the Knicks beat Boston 2 times in like 10 days. Beat them up at home, won by 14, 15. Went to double overtime in the Boston Garden to beat them. So
it is.
That's rare. When I saw that, I'm like, are you kidding me? I thought they were going to blow the game. Because it went to overtime. I said, oh, they're going to lose. Then it goes to double overtime, and they won by 2. What the difference is, they're making the big shots when they count at the end. Like,
I heard Randall made like an insane shot.
Yeah, and won the game.
Yeah. It's like a 10% chance of making that shot.
Yeah, guy was all over him, hits the 3-pointer, take the lead. They were up by 2, right? There's 1.1 second to go for the opposing team. They throw the ball in. Who grabs it? Randall intercepts it. Game over.
See,
So
like
defense,
it's things like that that don't happen in the playoffs, though.
No, but it didn't happen last year. Period.
I know. I just say, like,
playoffs.
you would bring the excitement. Now, again, Pops, I don't really follow basketball all that much.
I'm starting
I hear
to,
this and that, and then from what you tell me, and to me, like you said, this guy Brunson, right?
And there's 2 other guys.
He's making Randall better.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
And that's exciting. That's exciting for New York Knicks fans because, I mean, let's be honest, the Knicks haven't had anything to be excited about since Carmelo, and how well did that go?
And he didn't do shit either. They didn't win.
Yeah.
It's over the 22 years now.
Everything that the Knicks have had that was exciting,
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Lin, right?
Yeah, but that was
a brief period.
A month.
It was a brief period. But again, like, that's, as a Knicks fan, this is something that, like, you know, and I'm not saying myself because if I was to follow basketball, if I was to call myself a fan of any NBA team, it would be the Knicks. All right? It would be the Knicks.
So,
but I don't really watch it.
Yeah.
You know, my main...
You don't have to. You know when I watch the game? I turn it on, see what the score is, and you know when I turn it back? With like 5 minutes to go in the game. The whole game, to me, unless it's a blowout, is back and forth, back and forth. You could be up by 20 and lose because of the 3-point play now, which never happened years ago.
Oopsie says, I sponsor Miller Lite.
You sure handle enough of it.
You know, there are other things, Oops. No, but you're funny. You're funny.
If the Knicks win tonight, that'll be their 40th win. 40 wins.
Right.
So, you know, let's see, 40 and what? 27? There's only 15 games left.
Do we know what's wrong with Brunson? You said he limped off.
Something with the ankle or leg. That's all I know.
Yeah,
I didn't see the play.
Give direct, we don't know. It's either an ankle.
I saw him fall down, and he went to the locker room right away in that game.
He walked off on his own merit.
Well, he was limping.
He was limping, but
yeah.
did he have like people like?
There were people next to him. I don't think they were holding him, but
okay, because that's like when you see that, that's when things get really like shit.
I think Thibodeau's just playing it safe tonight. They're playing the Charlotte Hornets, who are terrible, and I don't mean to say that and watch the Knicks lose tonight. But the Knicks are 10-point favorites. I've never seen the Knicks 10-point favorites, and without Jalen Brunson.
How would you jinx them then?
Because watch them beat the Knicks.
Yeah, you jinxed the Knicks now. Now they're gonna
I
lose.
didn't. That's why I said I don't want to do that.
But you just did it.
I don't know what time the game's starting. I know it's
Well,
probably.
maybe if you
know
ask
what?
Google politely.
Hey Google, what's the score in the Knicks game?
The Knicks are leading the Hornets 66-50 at halftime.
By 16.
Oh shit.
Thank you. Nothing?
Hey Google. Thank you.
Just doing my job.
She's
She didn't
sweet.
say your name.
She did once.
I know. Was that ever happened before?
Just the one time I was telling you about.
Did
I want to know what other things she's saying to us. I feel like she's learning.
She's probably in love with you. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. Jackie's gonna be jealous.
Ooh. It's like that, that movie Office Space. You see the Google Nest on the driveway and Swift with a baseball bat. Mother! Damn! Wait!
What do you think? We take a quick break because I got to use the restroom.
All right, we'll set up
It's
for a
almost
quick
time.
break. It is time. We're gonna try not to destroy my guitar. Jesus. See, glad I finally don't have any excuses not to watch Elvis. It's free now, isn't it? Right? You get, dude, glove. So good, so good, so good. Definitely check it out. We'll be right back, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We're just going to take a short break. We'll be back with some more chaos and sports talk, and listening to Google. Ignore Papa K. We'll be right back now. right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Pops and Wiz SportsCast. We're your host. My name's Mr. Whiskers. To my right is Papa K. And Oopsie. I wasn't afraid to lose to you again. I like to switch it up a little bit. But GG's. GG's, brother. So, Pops. Do you have any trivia?
It's not really trivia, but I was thinking about it today. Can you name me in any of the 4 sports where the guy's first name is Bobby that were really good? Any sport out of the 4.
Bobby Boucher.
Never heard of him.
It's because it was a movie. Sorry, it was the first thing that popped into my head. Okay, Bobby Orr.
Yep. You maybe want to let them answer too.
I got Bobby Orr. Chad, what do you got? What do you got? Say it again.
Players in the 4 sports whose first name was Bobby, who were really good. I wouldn't say, they could even not be so good. They don't have to be Hall of Famers, but were pretty good.
I'm trying to think of a baseball one right now. Oh, I got one. You want me to say it?
I don't care.
Bobby Mercer.
Yep.
I want to see how many we can get actually right now. Let's see. I'm trying to think football now.
Not too many.
I know, right? I can't think of one actually.
Well, maybe our audience can.
Maybe you could help me out here. One
Can you
for
name
football.
guys whose first name was Bobby in football?
Like, so what do we got? We got.
Or Robert. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I got one.
He is.
Not that he was great, but we'll see if they get
Okay.
it.
Can you give us a sport that you're thinking of?
Football.
Football. Okay, he's thinking football, chat. Anybody got anything? Anybody? Yeah, anybody out there? Is there anybody out there looking out for me?
He doesn't play anymore.
Just name a player, first name is Bobby. He played in the NFL, chat, help me.
It was more in hockey and football, baseball, than I think in basketball.
Can anybody help
There's only one I know.
me? You like how I changed the words to the song, huh?
Yeah.
It was good. That was Bad Flower. You
Okay.
guys ever hear Bad Flower? That was a song. I just showed it to you. Yeah. Is there anybody out there looking out for me?
Oh, but we didn't watch it today.
Yeah, we did. That was the acoustic version. Just say you want me, just say you need me.
Right. Oh, I didn't recognize the name. I don't know.
Lord, I live to entertain.
Okay.
All my pride is in my praise.
You said Bobby Orr, right? I got another 2 in hockey that I knew that were really good, Hall of Famers. If anybody's really a hockey fan, they would know these answers.
It's tough. This is tough.
Yeah. In football, not too many that I know of. And they weren't named Bobby, they were named Robert.
I can't think of one. All right, what do you got?
Robert Griffin III.
Ah!
Right? He was one.
Yep, quarterback for Washington.
He wasn't great, but I'm just saying.
He was a damn good quarterback.
Yeah, before he got hurt. Yeah.
Another mobile quarterback. He was.
Yeah.
He had some talent, man.
Yeah.
Where did he ever end up?
He's done.
He's done, right?
He's on the shows now, announcing.
See, I didn't. Again, we don't have cable here, so.
Yeah, no, on TV.
That's what I mean. We don't have cable here.
Oh yeah. He was part of it, not the whole thing, but he was a guest in the playoffs. I remember. Robert Griffin III, right?
He was good, man. He was
really
quick,
good, but
being a mobile quarterback.
yeah, he got hurt running too much, and then at the end they should never put him in that game, and that was his career was over.
That's a question I got for you right there. Do you think ever since the age of the mobile quarterback has become more prevalent today in the NFL?
Oh hell yeah!
Like, but do you think that now? Because this is my thought. I feel like seeing the injuries that have happened to the first quarterbacks that really were mobile. Like, let's take a look at going back. Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Was very mobile. He was probably one of the first ones right off the bat.
No, not even close.
Who?
Fran Tarkenton in the 70s.
Fran Tarkenton. But now I'm saying is
Michael Vick.
You see it, Michael Vick. Okay.
Yeah.
You see it more often these days. You have the Lamar Jacksons, the Daniel Jones of the world.
Wasn't signed, by the way.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
But do you think that the playbook has changed now to put out plays? Because think about it.
Yes.
Right.
Daniel Jones. How many times you see him take the snap and run?
Not
even fake a handoff. He runs.
These coaches got to be sitting there going, we have to do something here that's going to protect our quarterbacks, but we're still going to get positive yardage out of this.
Yeah, and he did. He had 7 TDs this year.
Cam Newton was another one of them. He was a big guy.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
He's 6'6".
Yeah.
260 pounds. He runs. He bulldogs guys over. But the worry is, when is he going to take the major hit that's going to take him out of the year?
Well, I feel like that was a worry. Like when we saw it with Cam Newton, he did it all the time, and he was a big guy. We're talking 265 easy.
Oh, 6'5", 6'6", easy.
6'6", he was.
No matter how big you are, once you get hurt, hit hard.
I know that, but I feel like in that case, for instance, if you take a guy like Cam Newton, right? We'll go back to the days of when he played with the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy that he lowers his shoulders to a linebacker. There's a good chance that he's hurting a linebacker.
Cost his career.
I know, but I'm just saying, at that time, think about how nowadays how the playbook is written for elusive quarterbacks compared to what the playbooks looked like back then. Again, looking at guys like Cam Newton, like you said, Michael Vick. We're going back quite a few years
Way
now.
back.
Looking at that, if the plays were there now that are being created, you see these option plays, and we'll use the Giants as an example because one, we know them fairly well, obviously as Giants fans.
Yeah.
But when you look at teams like this, like the New York Giants, where all right, Daniel Jones, he's a tall guy, right? But he's not
6'4", 6'5".
6'4", 6'5", but he's not
He's agile though.
Yes.
He's got moves. But the problem is, again,
if he gets clobbered.
He just signed a 4-year deal for $160 million. Does Dable want to put him in that position? Or his offensive coordinator, where he has to do that unless it's absolutely necessary, where it's 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1, and you need that guy to run the ball. But to give him the ball and fake it to the running back and run, no.
And they seem the way that they're using the offensive line to create these holes to open up the middle of the pocket right there.
Yeah.
Where you see it. It's like a flower blooming, right? Height, and all of a sudden you see these offensive linemen for the Giants. They're opening up these holes in the middle.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised with this. That with that being done, that they don't have that's what the Giants need is a good tight end right there in the middle.
They have nobody.
So this way, because that protects, right? Think about that. Yeah. How many times have you seen the offensive linemen separate the defensive line and create these gaps for Daniel Jones, where they have that that play action or whatever, and then he runs off with
Kelsey's so good.
Could you imagine a Kelsey or even going back a Witten?
Yeah.
Or somebody like that, or even taking Boss back in the day with the Giants, having him,
my day,
or Shockey.
They would block, but if the play was to them, they would hit the guy and then run out.
Yeah. To
be a wide receiver, and nobody was better than Mark Bavaro.
But one thing that for me
as a Giant,
for me right now is just the whole idea of we have more mobile quarterbacks in the league probably than we've ever had before.
Oh, without a doubt.
You know?
My day was Fran talking. That was
Yeah.
it.
You had one.
Then Randall Cunningham came.
We saw Robert Griffin III came
Yeah, he was
around,
later,
and we
yeah.
saw Cam Newton come around. But now you see,
Vic.
like I said, you got Daniel Jones, you got Lamar Jackson.
Another guy who runs too much. And it costs him.
Even Joe Burrow's a bit elusive.
Yeah, but he doesn't run that.
I don't say he runs that much. I just say he get
Patrick Mahomes.
He's
Another guy runs. Not as much as he did when he first came up because of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
But he will run, and he'll get you that first down when he has to.
Like
Again,
you said, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen runs too much, in my opinion. If I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, I don't want to see him do that. By the way, if he can get Derrick Henry, he won't have to do that, in my opinion.
But it sets up.
Yeah.
It sets up just like can you imagine? Just like Daniel Jones and Saquon, Josh Allen and Derrick Henry on the same team. Now the playbook changes again.
You would think.
Oh, it would definitely
But
change.
we're not
You kidding me?
coaches. We're not coaches, so we don't know.
Yeah, but as a coach, my first thought, if I was a coach, I'll give you my opinion, everybody.
I'm giving the ball to Derrick Henry at least 25 times a game, and avoid that constant throwing that Josh Allen has to do.
I would change it up a bit, but again, having somebody and that So yeah, I get it now. It would be.
How did we win with the Giants when we had those three guys? Jacobs, the power guy.
The game was different back then. That's what's funny.
But the game was good. They won.
I know that. But the game is still good. It's just
Jacobs was the guy to
the game was
run
evolved.
people over, right?
Yeah.
The other guy,
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
The other guy, if he saw a hole, he was gone. Touchdown.
But as you can see, it's now players are being created.
Yeah, you're right. It was what? How many? 17? Oh, 16,
This was
16,
a time
16
Ken,
years ago. Yeah.
we're talking about
The game
Eli
does change.
Manning wasn't a mobile quarterback.
Oh,
You
no.
saw him run the ball maybe 3 times a season.
Yeah, I think he scored 1 touchdown in his career when
Yeah.
he ran the ball in a bootleg.
So
That's another play that you don't see enough of. 3rd and 1, right? On the 2-yard line, and they're trying to go up the middle. In my day, forget it. Fran Tarkenton, all the what's his name? Montana. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the guys. Who's the guy? Dan Marino.
yeah.
The guys you always expected to throw the ball would do that. Dan Marino did one of the plays I've never seen ever done since. Ran up to the line, right? They got the ball at the 5-yard line, right? Went like this, faked the spike, right? And threw a touchdown. Everybody was thinking he was gonna, just throw the ball on the ground.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, he faked the spike. Everybody running to the
Not
line.
that
right?
out game. This
Run-
is see Tua do that some.
Yeah, running to the line, right? Everybody's the whole defense is thinking, oh, he's gonna, boom. They just fell down, wide open.
I'd love to see some plays like that be brought back because
I
you
saw
know
a play.
what?
It was against
I
the
feel-
Jets.
I feel like defenses wouldn't be ready for these kind of things anymore.
Yeah, Joe Namath was the best bootlegger I ever saw.
What we were just talking about, overthinking situations,
Yeah.
right? I feel.
Why do you throw the ball on 3rd and 1 when you're on the 5-yard line or 2-yard line? When you can really, in my opinion, there's no more imaginative plays. In my day, Statue of Liberty, crazy play. When a quarterback went like this and the guy grabbed the ball behind them. You don't see that anymore. It's up the middle, or what, and throw the ball too much. 3rd and 1, and you got a guy how did the Seattle Seahawks lose the Super Bowl to New England?
Because they didn't give it to beast mode. Marshawn
1 yard
Lynch.
line. 1 yard line. He just got 5
Russell
yards
throws an interception.
and throws the ball. And stupid ass the coach says to me, I would do that play over and over again.
Because he's crazy. Because it
bullshit.
proved that it,
He thought he could fake everybody
I still
out.
think it had to do with money. They didn't want to give it because Marshawn Lynch at that time there was so much things going on with him.
No.
But
On the
regardless,
1 yard line, he just gave you 5 yards. You got
I
the
know.
luckiest
I
catch
agree
ever.
with you. I agree with you. We watched that Super Bowl
You-
together.
Yeah, you bulldog your way into it's 2nd and goal on the 1 yard line. And you throw the ball. Are you kidding?
It's still interesting to me. We were talking again overthinking things like baseball. is taking the overthinking out of it, right? They're like, we're speeding the game up, we're doing this. You see it now with the NFL, where now things are definitely sped up quite a bit. We talked about mobile quarterbacks and all these different plays that are being written. Having a great pair of a great quarterback that's mobile and a running back that, a really good running back, it can be devastating to defenses, But now where we need to look at it is, when do you think this change is going to happen? Do you think we'll ever see anything similar like this that we're seeing with baseball?
What comes around
and
goes
football?
around. Baseball,
but
no.
like with hockey and basketball now, like, everything is reliant on the 3-point shot. Oh, hold on a second. You got Oopsie's redeemed Tabasco treats for $250.
What does that mean?
That means we're going to be breaking out. Now, these aren't beer beans, everybody. These are Jay Swift for Valentine's Day. She got me Tabasco flavored jelly beans.
Is that what this is?
No, that's a candle. So as you can see, these are red. These are the Tabasco flavored jelly beans, and the reason why I have these treats so low is they do have a little bit of a kick to them, but they're more tasty than anything.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Whoops. They do give you a little.
Oh, I gotta. Speaking of Oopsie, right? We discussed this, and I know he'll agree with me on this because he brought it up, and I agree with him.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little.
With officiating, in my opinion, I don't know that it'll ever happen.
It's good. It's good.
When the referee, whatever sport, blows the call, you should have an official watching the same game and overturn that call.
Say that again?
Every sport, like I watched the other day hockey, right? The guy high stick the guy. It wasn't called, and the other guy scored a goal. It should have been a penalty. Referee missed it. You should have a guy upstairs say, "Stop the game. You blew it. You missed it." Should call a penalty on him.
There should be a one-on-one.
Exactly. Football.
When you blow a call like that,
Yeah.
somebody getting hit in the face with a hockey stick,
Yeah.
that, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. You know what I'm saying, chat? So I think the right thing to do, I'm going with what you're saying, and here's what the rules, okay, hold on. We're getting a call from up above over here saying, okay, we're looking at it. All right, yeah. He gets a one-on-one with the goalie of the other team, just like a shootout.
Yeah.
Just to redeem that.
My opinion, same thing though. Football, right? The last call in the Super Bowl was a hold. I think half people agreed, half people didn't. You should have an official say, you know what? You blew that call.
You blew the call. Sure.
Employee was dead. No penalty. Instead of, first and goal. And they ran another minute and 40 off the clock.
We got Thunder in the chat saying, yo,
don't think
how's
they'll
it
do it.
going?
But
How you doing, Thunder? How's it going, brother?
the camera doesn't lie. People are human. They make mistakes. You call an interference that shouldn't have been an interference. You call, a penalty that shouldn't have been a penalty.
So what you're saying right now is that upstairs needs to get more involved with
Yes,
this.
you have you see that, right? The booth, zillions of cameras. There's 40 guys working that thing. In Toronto, if there's a goal that goes in and the referee doesn't see it, the horn blows 30, 40 seconds later. You missed it. You made a mistake. Why can't you do that with, other officiating? Where it could cost the team the game because you made a human error, a mistake. You are human. You blew it. You didn't see the high stick, and the other guy scored the goal. Should have been a penalty. Not costing them the game because you missed the call. And by the way, you're right there. The referees are right behind the net all the time. You got two of them, one over there behind the blue line and one here.
Yeah.
Why? The human element is there, but boy, they make mistakes.
But
They're
no,
only
the
human.
and to protect the jobs, of
Protect
this
the
right here.
game.
Protect the game, exactly. Exactly. Is we have this technology and it's not being utilized properly.
It should be.
It's not being utilized properly.
Have an official upstairs.
You're letting players get hit in the face with a stick. I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah. And by the way, the other guy just scored a goal. Where if there was a penalty, the minute the other guy touches the puck that committed, the play is dead.
Yeah.
No. They make mistakes. Why do you think baseball is going to an automatic, strike zone thing without an umpire calling anymore?
Yeah, because they're
Not yet
tired.
this
They're
year,
tired. They're tired of seeing it. When you have guys and they come in all different heights.
And every umpire has a different strike zone.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be lettuce to the knee. Why is Aaron Judge, no offense, always called out on pitches that are way off because he's 6'7"? Come on. Do the right Do the right thing. Call the game properly. And if you make a mistake, be advised there's somebody watching upstairs that can correct your mistake and not cost you the game.
There's got to be penalties towards these refs and umpires that miss it.
Yeah, because they don't get interviewed.
And that's something I brought up 1,000 times. That
And they will never be interviewed.
I know they'll never be.
Their sport will protect them because
we would rather bring machines into it, Pops, than fucking interview them and say, hey,
yeah, you made a mistake.
you screwed up. Now you have to answer for it. Whatever happened to being held responsible?
Yeah, liable. Right?
Liable.
Yeah.
We got Oopsie in the chat saying, we live in a world now where technology captures more than the human lie. And I'm tired of these shitty refs making mistakes and making that huge game killer for a team that should have won or had a chance to catch up fairly.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, plain and simple. It's unfair. And it robs a lot of teams of that game changer play, and nobody holds them accountable.
Exactly. Right. We talked about this, me and him.
It's true though. This is what I find hilarious though, that we just bring up now. Yes, you're never going to see a ref sit there in front of the media and say, hey, all right, hold on, I'm looking at the film now. Even though you fucking looked at the film before on the field and you still missed it. And now you sit there, they don't get put in the spotlight like that. Because at the end of the day, they don't got to talk to the media. They don't got to talk to nobody. Meanwhile, the players and the coaches have to sit there and address the media, address the radio shows, address all of this. Refs are going home going, wow, surprised nobody slashed my tires tonight. I
disagree with the challenges.
Okay.
I love the challenges, but I disagree with them. Because if the NFL had a guy upstairs, and the minute of play was, he could blow, push a button, and the guy wouldn't get challenged, have to challenge and lose a timeout if he was wrong. The guy upstairs calls it right away. He blew it. The coaches don't have to challenge. Right away, he presses a button. They have the headsets, right? All that crazy stuff. And say, you blew it. Let's review this play. Why did he review every touchdown, every turnover play without a challenge?
Right? That's a very good point, Pops. We got, Oopsie saying, no, their word is God. They don't apologize, nothing.
Well, it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way.
No, and that's why I brought up numerous times, is I would love to see these interviews happen with them.
Yeah,
like
won't happen.
Even if it doesn't happen directly after the game.
Have you ever seen
put them on, the local sports radio. Put them on for that.
They've never been interviewed on any of the major sports.
They should be.
Ever. That's my point. And they won't ever. But you could challenge or change the rules by what I just said.
No, but again, we're not doing that. Instead of holding them accountable, we're taking technology and saying, this is going to replace your calls. Like you said, with in baseball, the strike zone now. Yeah. That shit's going to be implemented. Yeah. When you think about it this way, the commissioner of any sport is looking at the ratings at the end of the year. Am I wrong or am I right? Sure. I'm going off the top of my head right now, but I imagine if I have a multi-billion-dollar sport sitting in front of me that I am in control of,
Ratings. You said ratings, right?
Ratings. I'm looking
How
at
come
ratings.
they don't rate the officials?
I'm trying to boost the ratings up and everything like that. You see all these changes happening. This is a change that needs
I know
to
why they
happen.
don't do it. Because right away, if you're interviewing, they're going to think the refs are fixing the game. In my opinion.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing, though, Pops. Tell me how you feel about this. Throughout the entire course of an entire season, from the start of the regular season to the end of a World Series, of a playoff, of a Super Bowl, of a Stanley Cup, of a championship, from the start of the regular season to that point, that there isn't one ref somewhere in there that gambled and didn't get caught?
Well, that's one of the reasons I said they don't ever interview, and they will never get caught. Because unless somebody...
Yeah, because they're not looked at underneath the fine enough microscope.
Unless they are guilty and somebody snitches on them. That's the only way. And then, first of all, you got to prove it.
But
that would ruin the game.
Here's
right
the
away.
thing. But to fix it, like you just said, use these fucking cameras that are everywhere.
Mm-hmm. It's
You
so
know,
easy
they
to
have
fix.
they have cameras. They're zooming in on the player that's shoving fucking, sunflower seeds in his mouth.
It's
You
easy to fix.
catch this guy on in the dugout loading his mouth with sunflower seeds. Let's have cameras specifically set up right where the ref's eyes are.
Yeah.
Now I understand in baseball, we go for they hear the baseball hit the mitt and they watch the foot for first base. But how many times have we seen calls in every sport? Like you just said in hockey, getting high sticked right in the face. Your teeth are falling out on the ice, and you don't even get anything for this.
Yeah.
And there's no penalty towards the ref for missing it, even though that's your one fucking job.
Yeah.
That's your only job.
That's why I said, have somebody upstairs stop the game. You missed it. That goal won't count. It should have been a high stick penalty. The guy's nose is up here, and he's bleeding. Come on. Well, like you said, he loses a couple of teeth. Most of them are unintentional. I noticed that. High sticks are it's part of the game. But it happens all the time.
But still, it is a penalty, and it's supposed to keep the players on the ice or
Right.
in whatever game it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have to keep this
Why in basketball?
before we get to a point of, where it's barbaric.
Yeah. Why in basketball, when there's a foul and the coach challenges to say it was flagrant, that he intentionally wanted to hurt my guy.
If you want to do something that badly, join the UFC. Enter into boxing.
But again, like I said, in basketball, if it's proven, now it's maybe a 3-point foul shot, not a 1 point or no point.
We got Oopsie saying, I'm not asking about getting rid of live reffing completely, even though it should be obsolete at this point.
Nah, that'll never happen. Never happen.
But hold them accountable. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, exactly. It's never going to happen, Oopsie. I have a one-on-one with who isn't biased in a box upstairs overturning these bullshit calls or misplays. It's an advantage, Manny. That's why they don't correct it. It has to do with making more money at the end of the day, whether it's a betting or fixing.
Yeah, but we don't know that. I
A lot-
understand this
yeah,
point. You don't know that, and you cannot prove it.
Until there is actual legitimate evidence, you're right. You can't. Like this is
And I've
again.
been watching
This is
sports
all.
for 60 years. I've never seen it.
But it's this is, and we vent our frustrations. Like Oopsie's venting his you and I are
I
venting
agree
ours.
with him, but it'll never happen.
I mean,
Referees and officials will all be on the ice, on the court, on the baseball field, and on the football field, no matter what. As long as I'm living, I see it happen. Rules may change. Maybe they'll suggest what I said. Overturn the call by an official. Have 3 officials upstairs that are watching the same game. And if you guys blew it, boom! Like in hockey, they
I like
blow a
that.
horn.
I like that. Okay, I want to add on to what you just said. But before I do, let me just catch with Oopsie just sit here. A lot of bullshit comes with sports, and it's going to be a long time before the world wakes up and tries to change it. Because everyone is selfish at the end of the day and wants their team to win no matter what happens, unfairly or fairly, and it's fucked up.
But that's
Oopsie,
wrong.
hold on. Yeah, that is Oopsie. We sat there now during the Kansas City Chiefs game and the Bengals in the playoffs.
Freaking half.
Neither one of us, and oopsie, yourself included, not a fan of either team.
None.
How upset were we all at the...
Yeah, what do you want?
I'll tell him the
Yes, we
silence
are.
is fine.
Yes, we are.
And,
No, we're on the air right now.
And he doesn't silence his phone, chat.
Okay.
You know, he tells me no one's going to call me while we're
Call me.
live.
Lucky. Got it. That's sure.
Oh.
No, he says he's got to bring his car in Thursday for me to pick him up. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. Silence your phone.
I don't know how. Make a change your number, by the way.
I know. I got the text message.
Okay.
So, and Oopsie just said, turn your phone off. Oopsie, I thought it was you calling him for a second. Like, no, put me on the air.
No, he's at work. Unless he didn't go in.
Oh, yeah, he's just letting, it's all good. It's all good. But this is why I say, leave your phone out there.
We were doing a show today.
I know. That's why I tell you, put your phone out there. I could
yeah.
sign it. I could silence. See mine right here? Silenced.
How do you pay
Silenced.
How do you pay off the first baseman?
Silence! I kill you.
When you pay off the first baseman, who gets the money?
Remember that? Oh my God!
Now it's arguing. What the fuck do you want?
Oopsie! Get off the damn phone!
Turn the goddamn phone off, he said.
Give me your phone. Give me your phone.
Nobody's gonna call. That was just him messing with me.
Oopsie, I like your style.
I know.
How many times have I said that to you in the past, though?
What?
Silence the phone.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Well, you do it for you and then turn it back
Yeah, I
on.
know. Yeah, well, I won't know how to turn it back on.
I just said I would turn it back on for you at the end of the show.
Next time I'll leave it outside. How's that?
Next time, just give it to me. Oh my God! And that's a high foam to the face on Mr. Whiskers. The refs were nowhere to be
How's
found.
your nose feeling?
As his nose is now inverted, and he is picking up the remainder of his front teeth off the ground. Chat, this is going to be a tough show for him to get through. Let's see how he comes back from this. Still not one ref. They went to the cameras. Chat is furious. And then some of them are laughing hysterically. How could this have happened? I just say, at the end of the day, yeah, the human element pops, like we were just talking about.
Respect for human.
Do you want to go further with this? Because we do need to take a break real quick, a quick restroom break in a few minutes.
Go ahead.
But I want to leave with this right here before we do. So, they're human. What if we took, I'm going to use the NFL as an example. You could do this with any sport, right?
Go ahead.
The best referees, best umpires through the course of a season, regular season, that have the most consistent. Now, instead of putting them on the field, you take the best crew, like we talked about in the NFL. The best crew, the chemistry that's there and everything, you put them on the field. You take your so-called best refs or umpire and put them up in the stand, up in the box,
Yeah.
with the technology.
Yeah.
This way, you're literally minimizing so many mistakes.
And don't split up the crew.
No, you take the best crews.
And then you put the other guys upstairs that are that you can't put so many on the field, right?
No. We're gonna have
Let's say you put
we're gonna have a separate box.
Second best official. First one's on the field, second one's upstairs.
No. I want them upstairs because this is how I think of it, right? I want the most consistent team of refs. And we'll use the NFL as an example. I want the most consistent team of refs. Like I said, you could do this in any sport. The most consistent team of refs in the NFL.
Go ahead.
They, as a whole, like you said, you're not separating them at all. They are going to do the playoffs
Okay.
or the Super Bowl,
Whatever. Okay.
Now, the best out of the other groups are going to be in their own box.
That's what I just said.
Yes. But you said put the second in the box in the
Second best.
in the box. I'm saying no. No, so you're not catching exactly what I'm saying. So, go through all of the referee groups for each team during the course of those games for the whole year.
And who was the best
The best is on the field.
during the game?
The best out of the others in the box.
Okay.
And then, so this way, we're literally minimizing so much.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, hold on, I'm talking, you're also putting the best line, best line judges,
Everybody.
everything. It's also going to be in the box.
Yeah.
Along with the best crew that has got the best chemistry on the
On
field.
the field,
You get
yeah.
what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Right? And
And
now
I
we're
thought that was
taking...
the case in the Super Bowl, and they didn't call shit, right? Pretty much. And then the guy calls the holding call, but I understand the guy had the hand on his back, but he didn't grab it. He let go.
I give him a lot of credit because he
He
did
admitted it.
afterwards. He
Yeah,
said,
I know.
listen, I did hold him. I didn't think it was egregious,
But a
but I
second-
did do it.
and-
See, I respect a player like that.
And the ball was overthrown, was uncatchable.
I still think,
It was a bad call.
and this is me as a Giants fan defending an Eagles player.
If it was a call you saw all year, yeah, who cares? But it's Super Bowl. It's
the
deciding
biggest
the damn game. And you call that penalty?
I think it was bullshit.
Remember what I told you? What they should have did? The referee should have got his guys together and eat the flag.
Eat the flag.
Say
Up, no foul.
Yeah, listen.
No penalty.
I don't think that was a catchable ball. He let go 1 second. It shouldn't be. This is the Super Bowl. Come on.
Oopsie is over here saying another species could do a better job than these refs. He's also letting us know it's 3-3 Mets, top of the 11. Oh! Ma! Go!
He's watching baseball.
Hell yeah, man!
Why is the extra innings? They don't do extra innings in baseball.
I'm just reading the chat.
No, usually at 9 innings they stop.
Well, listen.
managed to get together. Yeah, I get it. I know. But
You want to continue the show, though, right?
a few more minutes, yeah.
A few more minutes? All right, we're going to do about another 20 minutes. We're just going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Stretch your legs. Grab yourself another beverage, some water, some popcorn, some soda pop.
Yep.
Get stretch the legs out. Get a little of this. Ow. Did you hear that? That was my neck. Anyways, we'll be back in a little bit. Don't go anywhere, meow. We have a little bit more of the show to go.
Yeah,
So
man.
much.
What time is it?
It's only 9:25.
Okay, we'll go a little before 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
We'll keep going on.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Pops and Wiz Sportscast. We're your host. My name's Mr. Whiskers, and to my right is the one and only Bobby K.
Take it easy. That many accolades.
We got JD, only JD in the chat. Oh, my God! My man's, it's right on. Good to see you guys still streaming. JD, it's good to see you, brother.
Not dead yet.
Yo, how's everything going, man? How's the family? I hope you guys are doing well. We were just talking about hockey over here. We're talking about a little bit of everything, actually, right, Pops?
Yeah.
And it is.
Let's see if it improves this year with baseball, hockey and baskets. Because, it's been, I hate to see games determined by bad calls.
Yeah.
Or non-calls.
Non-calls. Players getting, again, like we were talking about hockey, high sticking that's missed. And nothing being said about it, and it's just like, all right, this is this is the game that you signed up for.
Yeah, the announcers saw it all and said it right away. Now,
that's what's amazing
they're
to me.
partisan to the team because it was a penalty against the Devils, and Ken Danico said it right away. He goes, "Oh, they missed it," and a goal was scored.
This is,
So
it's ridiculous.
if you missed the call, have somebody upstairs blow the horn, say you review it, you blew it, you missed it. That should not be a goal.
Got Jason feeling like it some days.
What's that?
He says feeling like it some days. Like, right? Talking about what we were just talking about?
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't understand, again, and what we were talking about, JD, how do you feel about this? This was the thought that we had before we took the break, is you take the best of the best when it comes to the refs.
No matter what sport.
No matter what sport. And they're out there, whether it's the Stanley Cup, whether it's the Super Bowl, this, that, and the third. And then you take, and it's the best of the best. Like, the best, what I'm saying is whoever was the most consistent through the regular season. They're out there, the best chemistry, that's what I mean, best of the best. The most consistent calls during the season. This is a team, they all work together, they got the highest stats when it comes to making calls. And then you take the best from every other team, not team, but every other reffing group, and then you put them in a separate box, and then they look. And then everybody's got earpieces. Now the technology is outstanding. And they can sit there and go, whoa, you missed that high sticking. I don't know if you realize, but, there is red on the ice where there shouldn't be red on the ice.
Yeah. Even if
that
there
is
isn't red
blood.
on the ice, you just got hit in the nose with a high stick, and it should have been called, and you missed it. You're human. I understand. But the guy upstairs didn't miss it.
And that's one of the things we're talking about here is like, and this is why you see the technologies, coming into play. But the technology has been there for how long now, right?
Yeah. It's been
Right? It's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
And yet, we're still missing things.
Yep.
So, again, I'm going to say it. Put them in front of the media.
How about my opinion about baseball in the playoffs or the World Series, right? They have 6 umpires, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 to cover the infield, 2 to do the right field, left field line.
Yeah.
Why do they rotate them? Keep the umpire behind the plate. That's the best and consistent. Not the guy in right field line who's totally has a different strike zone.
That is true. Why
Why
rotate?
them? This is the guy that's been the most consistent all year. Nobody bitches to him. Even if they do, half the time the players are wrong and he ejects them because you can't argue a strike call.
Wow.
Keep the guy that's the best behind home plate, which is, in my opinion, the most important.
I think the only argument there would be is, let's say you got a guy with a tight strike zone and you keep him there.
Yeah.
Well, the batter's going to argue, Like,
Well, my opinion is keep the guy that is a fair strike zone, that's consistent, that calls the strike zone, knees to letter.
That's
all
going to
the
be
time.
the argument.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Keeping it. Knees to letter.
But he's
Inside,
the
outside
best
of the play.
all year. He's consistent. Don't change it in the playoffs to another umpire that's maybe not consistent. He's there to call foul ball in the right field line, left field line, but behind the plate. It's most important. Every other base is irrelevant because you can challenge. If he misses the call, you challenge. And they review it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm on board.
A strike call and a ball call, you can't review. That's why they're going to go and replace the home plate umpire with a box.
Yeah.
And most of the time you see the box. A lot of times
You see it all the time.
Yeah, he's wrong.
Yeah.
The strike call is missed. He calls a strike that shouldn't be a strike. He calls a ball that should be a strike. So
It's
that's why they go
frustrating.
with the box.
We got Greenwich in the chat saying, "Hi, Pops and Wiz." Greenwich, how you doing? How is it going? How was the rest of your day, Green? JD saying, as long as it's coming from a positive internal space that refs are being notified they missed something. When it comes to injury, you're right. We have cameras everywhere, and that is a player safety circumstance that they should be penalized for that. Yes,
They never
JD.
are. They never are.
And it never happens.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating that, like, they can't be questioned for it. Yes, I agree with. I like what JD put in there. Is from, a positive internal space. Again, like, you have these refs in a box together, and they're all in,
I don't blame them.
chemistry would build there, JD.
Camera don't like.
Because then you're going to find the most consistent reffing crew in a box, that's watching the cameras, that has the audio, that has the whole nine. And, eventually chemistry is going to be built there, just like it is what we see in the field, on the ice, on the court,
I'll give you an example. Most plays are reviewed at first base. I don't know if you think I'm right or wrong. When the umpire, listens to the glove and watches the foot. That's how they do it.
We mentioned,
And more challenges are for the safe or out call at first base than any other base.
But, and I think you'll agree with me, but that is not the only part of the game.
No, but it's a crucial part of the game.
We got Greenwich saying, what are we debating? Something about
Officiating.
baseball? Yeah, officiating. Refereeing in general, says JD. Yes. I'm good. How are you? We're doing good, Green. We're doing great. JD says, if they just question, they won't do their jobs. If they just get questioned, they won't do their jobs at all. Can I ask a question about the category? Go ahead, Green. Go for it.
I don't agree with what he just said, though.
What do you mean?
What you just said.
If they just get questioned,
Yeah.
they won't do their jobs at all. Well, it's going to put.
It's their job to call the game properly.
It has
best
to.
ability.
It should be put out there, JD, because if you don't question something at all and you just accept it as this is the new truth, then we're never going to see any positive movement forward. Like, if you accept it as the new truth and that this is what it is, you're never going to see the sport move forward. You're never going to see it get better in how it should be. When this first came out, I can only imagine what the rule sets were back then, but it was put in place just like anything else. This is what we think is the most fair. As time has gone on, things have been changed, but everything has been, a lot of things have been changed in the name of safety. And I think that is so hypocritical. Again, a hockey player gets hit in the mouth with a high stick intentionally, doesn't get called.
Even unintentionally.
Unintentionally.
It's a penalty.
Is it a part of the game? But it's supposed to keep the player like, okay, I need to know where the stick is. I understand.
I'll give you a football example when they changed the rule. Remember Eli getting tugged before he threw it to Tyree?
Hmm?
Before that, the official called the ball dead once the guy grabbed him. If they didn't change the rule, that play would have never happened.
Yeah.
Because they would have called the ball dead. Where the guy was all over him grabbing his jersey, right?
They said it was a sack.
Yeah. Even though he didn't fall down.
You know?
Years before that,
The
to protect the quarterback.
inconsistencies.
Yeah.
The
They
inconsistencies.
call that a dead ball.
We got Greenwich says, she's coming in with, so I've been looking at all the categories on Twitch because I'm a newbie. And there's one called Talk Shows and Podcast. Would you want to use that? Otherwise, just chatting is fine. I just saw it was like, oh, Pops and Wiz Sportscast. So I feel like Greenwich, the way we've been looking at just chatting, we are just chatting because we don't always just talk sports. Like we have covered music and movies and things like that. Just kind of dibble-dabbling between the two to find like, what is the best fit for what we're doing here. Like, yeah, we do talk a lot of sports, mainly.
And opinions.
And opinions and ideas.
Not that they're going to listen to us. Believe me.
With that being said, we've also gotten into music, we've gotten into food, things like that. So I feel like this show fits in both categories. Feel free if you feel like tonight's show. Because again, we
Speak about movies. Did I hear right? Robert De Niro passed away?
What?
Somebody told me Robert De Niro passed away.
Robert De Niro passed away. I didn't know that.
Did I hear that? I don't know.
I
I hope I'm wrong.
I just fucking saw him on YouTube, in the actors circle thing. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I just heard somebody tell me that.
We got JD saying it's their job to call the game, yes, but it is in their professional opinion. NHL has 2 refs to watch 12 guys. Football, how many refs? For 30 guys. Now the thing is with that, JD, is
22 guys.
22 guys for NFL.
11 on each side.
11 on each side, and JD saying has 2 refs to watch 12 guys. Here's the deal, though. It's not an opinion. Maybe more an interpretation, right, of the rule.
Years ago, it was 1 ref.
But no. But I
sure.
get where JD's going. He goes, it's their opinion on what is a foul, what is a penalty. I feel like opinion, interpretation, but when we're talking about, and again, going back into the hypocrisy of it all, is when leagues talk about they want to protect the safety of these players to avoid concussion, CTE, all of this shit, don't you think it should be a little bit tighter on that? Whether it's football, what is roughing the passer anymore? What is roughing the kicker?
I go like this to the guy. I just slap him as I'm going to him. It's rough.
You're going for the
passer.
ball.
Come on, give me a break.
It's not like you went
Every
for his
official
ankle.
has a different interpretation of protecting the quarterback, in my opinion.
Let's see. Jason, just chatting probably has more viewers at any given time, too. I just saw it, and I thought of you. Greenwich, I appreciate that again. Pops, we were on the walk. I was telling you, Greenwich is now a moderator on the channel as well. Big cheers to that. And again, Greenwich, I appreciate you.
How about Joe Burrow getting hit and not called? Rocked in that AFC Championship game. And the referee's right behind him.
In the end zone, when he got blasted?
No. It was like on his own 20.
Oh, okay.
And he was. You showed it to me. And he was tumbled over. And he went like this to the ref.
Who's right there?
Yeah. No call. Mahomes gets it.
Like, this is what I mean. It needs to be tighter here.
How about those?
Their opinions
with the holding call.
We have the holding calls.
That was non-called.
Non-calls. We have the technology to make the calls more accurate. Yet we give it to the human element to make the calls and just trust that their opinion or interpretation of the rule is correct.
And you showed me that video. That was right before that foul on Cincinnati where he pushed Mahomes out of the end zone. You showed me 3 guys on Cincinnati
holding on that same play,
being held by the offensive line on Kansas
to give Mahomes that moment to take off
Yeah.
like that.
And nothing. I mean, I saw obvious grabbing right here, shoulder.
To me-
3 guys, not 1 guy.
especially like a holding, when you grab Pops, stay just like that. If I'm coming in and I grab Pops, and now I got him.
Mm-hmm.
Now I shift his direction.
Mm-hmm. Should be automatic.
That's a given.
And you showed it to me on what? TikTok or something?
Yeah, no, the TikTok, they
And
showed the plays over and over again after
nobody
that game.
Bitched about it, and I hate to sound terrible, but
They talked about roughing the passer on Mahomes.
Yeah, I think they wanted to give that game to Kansas City and Mahomes to see him in the Super Bowl. And that play...
Because it sets up a narrative.
The last call was legit.
Sets up a narrative.
A stupid play by the guy when he pushed him out of bounds. But he says, I know I did it. I couldn't stop myself because my momentum was carrying me towards the quarterback. And he was out of bounds. That's going to be the call every time.
But again, the 3 holding calls missed. Just to stick to it, just so this
that's
way.
a grounding.
This is no, I know, but just not to just keep it solely on like the Super Bowl. As the Super Bowl is past, Kansas City won, but just sticking it to the refereeing crews of all sports. Mm-hmm. This is something that needs to be addressed more often.
Why does one officiating crew call everything, and the other ones
let them play?
Let them play. There's a guy named I think his name's Bogard, the official.
Where's the gray area? Where's the gray area?
Yeah, his team calls everything. Like when I watched his games that he refereed, 27 penalties on both sides.
And how come when we notice, and hold on, let me catch up with chat here. Let's see, we got Greenwich over here saying cheers. Has Miller Lite called yet? We're still waiting. We have had some phone calls tonight, though. Broski had called about some car stuff that he needed to get done. And then Oopsie had called Pops and then shut your phone off. Which that was comical right there. We got JD saying, I think the NHL does a good job of protecting its players for the most part. They do call in hearings and meetings when injuries occur. See, I like that, JD.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like I haven't heard anything like that in the NFL.
They suspended DeAndre Miller, and rightfully so. There's
I
a
heard
rule.
that in baseball. See, JD, that's something. JD just taught me something just now.
DeAndre Miller's in the corner, right? They're battling, right? Like sort of a fight. He goes like this and spits in the guy's face. Automatic misconduct, suspended for 3 games. Referees discussed it, blah, blah, blah. They went to the video. And then, what's his name? Micheletti saw it on and he goes, he's gone. I didn't know they were going to suspend him for 3 games, which hurt because we lost those 2 games out of 3. But what a stupid play. What a stupid play. What are you doing? What are you doing? The referee was holding the guy back. His own player was holding him. He goes, big.
To me, it's one of these questions now, chat and Greenwich here. This is perfect setup for this. How do we feel about where the direction of sports is going? Do we feel that things are being called more fairly, or do we feel that things are more unjust nowadays?
With all the camera work that they have, I think it's a lot of time unjust.
It should be a certain way.
It's not consistent. Put it that way.
If anything, right, you would think with all the technology we have, the calls would be more consistent. You wouldn't see things like this, especially in bigger games.
Again, what I tell you before, every touchdown and every turnover is reviewed. How come you can't review another place? Why does the coach have to throw his red flag to challenge? But these are okay to be reviewed without a challenge.
What I think is hilarious as well is when a touchdown is reviewed, and it could be a questionable touchdown. Did he have 2 feet in?
Mm-hmm.
Did he have control of the ball?
Was his knee down?
Was his knee down? Notice how long it takes for that review to go down when it's not a coach throwing a red flag.
Yeah.
But now bringing this into the conversation, the coach has how much time to throw a red flag? It varies.
About 30 seconds.
If.
Yeah.
Because if the other team thinks that they got away with something, they're going to rush it. So it's not it could be under 30 times. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, notorious.
Get to the line fast, and even if they throw a ball in the dirt or whatever.
Yeah. It
You're
stands.
right. It's not even 30 seconds.
No.
At best, maybe 10.
So, when you get a play in the end zone or something like that, they could sit there and they could take their sweet ass time. Like, does it look like his toe touched? I don't know. Hold on. Let's rewind.
Yeah,
Can you slow it down to the point where we get that?
That's another thing. What we just said. When there's a questionable call, right? And the offensive team runs to the line, you know what? If there's an officiator up there, stop it right now before he snaps the ball. Don't let him get to that where he throws the ball, snaps it, and that guy didn't catch it. It hit the ground. And it might be a crucial play in the game. Stop the game. If there is an officiating crew, they have the referee, the older referees with the guys that do the game. That's nonsense. He can't do anything. He just does a judgment call of what was called. He can't stop the game. Have it officiating, whatever, 2, 3, and stop the damn game. Blow a horn, press a button. Referees have all that shit on them, right?
So much equipment.
Yeah. Stop the game. You blew it.
Like, I don't understand these
gonna
calls
review this.
slipping back in the day. I'll even go back 10, 20
We
years.
think-
I can understand it.
We think you
But
blew
today?
Yeah, we think you blew the call. We're
Today?
going to review this without a challenge.
I don't want to.
We're talking nonsense right now because, you know what? It's probably never going to happen.
No. Well, we might not be alive when it happens, but
Well,
you know what?
you might be, not me.
Something has to, a spark has to happen for the flame to ignite.
Yeah, because there's too many mistakes.
So it's us talking about it. It's other channels out there that I'm sure talk about the same thing, whether it's on this particular platform,
And
Twitch,
every year, right?
Twitter,
every year
TikTok,
changes. Every year you see rule changes.
Instagram.
Yeah, every year. See it in baseball a lot right now. Not so much in football yet.
When you hear it enough, that's when all of a sudden, think about it right now. Did you ever think there was going to be a pitch clock in baseball when you first started watching?
No, never.
But you know what? When you look at it now, we want to get the shit up, right? We want to get the ratings up.
I told
We
you
want to
about-
speed the game
I
up.
still think it should be
If it
25
happens,
seconds, but
I agree with you. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
when the word goes out there enough on what people want to see,
yeah,
that's when you
Speed the
see
game.
changes happen.
speed the game up.
And so
I
that
like the
happened.
rule about
But
no.
I'm just saying
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
ref thing. I apologize. Dad.
Go.
But that's what I'm saying is it's not impossible. It's just enough people have to be talking about it to make it possible.
Yeah. Well,
To make it happen.
It's the league itself. Our opinion means nothing.
No. But again, it's like a petition.
Yeah.
You sign it, you get enough votes.
Enough people
Something
think about
happens.
it. And by the way, ratings. If people are calling up the NFL or the Major League Baseball commissioners
NHL.
and say, this sucks, do something about it, if they get 5 million calls, they might change the rules.
Think about this. I'll put it this way. We were excited about, you're wearing your Rangers shirt today.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, we were excited about the trade. Kane coming in, right? Now imagine this. Kane, he's on the ice, and I'm not knock on wood right now because I don't want this to happen. I don't want to put this in the atmosphere, but just to make a point here, high stick catches Kane in the eye.
Yeah. Good
And now his eye is fucked.
Yeah.
And now he can't play.
Yeah.
We just got him. And this was the big move.
Yeah.
And the refs didn't catch it.
You missed the call.
They missed the call.
Yeah. No, I get it.
You gonna be livid? I'm gonna be livid.
Especially.
All of New York. Not
really,
all of New York,
in
but
my defense, or their defense, they wear the guards now.
I'm just saying
It's rare. It could happen.
it's a thin
could
thin stick.
Yeah.
When you look at that and you see how that thing can get swiped
But
up.
I know I'm amazed about hockey. I'm a big hockey guy. That they don't wear the thing across their whole mouth.
Yeah.
They do that in the AHL, minor leagues. I think even in universal leagues, where they have the whole thing covered right up to their chin, so you don't get hurt. Your nose, high stick even wouldn't bother you because you're going to hit that plastic.
Well, again, it's
But NHL will change the rules. Years ago, there was no helmets. Years ago, there was a red line. If you crossed the blue and the red, it was offside. That's gone. increase the offense. Icing. It was if the guy shot the puck automatically, it was icing. No. Now, if the offensive guy races and beats the other guy to the puck, it's not icing.
Yeah, they cancel the call.
Rules changed.
Again, see, it can. What I was getting back to, and further proving my point.
Yeah.
When enough things are said about a particular situation,
you could change it.
It will. It's not that it can be changed; it's that it will be changed because there's $1 billion between NHL, NFL, MLB, NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, the Knicks haven't won a championship in God knows how long. The stands are still sold out.
73.
73. Gee, what is that? 50 years?
Yep.
50 years.
They just did the anniversary with Walt Frazier being the announcer, and I don't even know some of them are alive. But he was there, Bill Bradley, I think Willis Reed. And, they beat the Lakers 73 and 68-69.
If these owners sit there and they notice that their sport is dipping and another sport is taking off, what do you think they're doing? They're looking at, what are they doing differently?
Mm-hmm. I got one question for you. In 1969, right? I don't know if this will ever happen again. It's possible. 3 New York teams won the championship. The Knicks, the Mets, and who's the other team?
69, you said?
The Mets, the Knicks. Who am I thinking about? Who's the third team?
Gotta be football, right?
Jets.
The Jets,
Yeah.
right? Joe Namath.
Yeah. 3 New York teams won the championship. I don't know if that'll ever happen again.
Probably not. Not in New York. Maybe.
Well,
maybe.
no matter any state. The closest
Not
it's come to is New England. Boston Celtics, Boston Bruins, and New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, like what I was saying, and like what we were going with off there was, when these owners, these commissioners, they're in charge of everything. This is why you see This is why you see the changes in baseball right now. This is why you see rule changes in football. Is because these sports are not just. It's not just a competitive sport in itself. They're also competing against each other for ratings.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, what's going to sell more tickets? What's going to do this? What's going to do that? I'm tired of hearing about safety. I'm tired of seeing these bullshit non-calls and things like that. And I think that, commissioners out there, if you're really serious about this is your baby, you need to protect these players a little bit.
But you know what they all know? Every sport commissioner, no matter what happens,
People will always watch.
And the stands will be full. The Knicks average 19,000 a game. Dolan's the owner, right? The Rangers average 18,000 a game. How much money do you think this guy makes? The Yankees, right? You know how much money in one game? If you own concessions and television rights, now you can pay these guys. You know, you gave Judge $360 million. Chump change.
Gave Daniel Jones
Chump change.
$160 million.
Chump change to the Maras, whoever's the owner of the Giants. Chump change.
Maris, yeah.
One game, 80,000 people.
$12 a beer.
Probably more now. That was 12 years ago.
Now it's probably $12 a hot dog.
$500 to sit downstairs. Come on. And television rights. The commercials, they have to pay the owners of that team.
Yeah.
You know how much money that is? You see the Super Bowl, right? $1 million for, 30 seconds of a commercial? God only knows what it is.
It's wild, ladies and gentlemen. And Pops, I think this was a fantastic show this evening.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
I think we're going to call it here. This was, there's so much to cover. We didn't even cover everything we wanted to cover tonight, but we covered a lot of the main things.
We did well.
You want to know?
Last one.
But, again, thank you so much, everybody, for all the love and support. We appreciate appreciate you hanging out. We also loved hearing your opinions tonight and your thoughts on everything.
And I hope you don't disagree without. It's just my and his opinion.
You could disagree. This is one of the reasons we created this show, Pops.
That's why everybody has
is
a view.
because we want to hear everyone's view.
Yeah, I don't always agree with him and vice versa. But, we're just stating our opinion, not facts.
No. This is a fan-based show.
Yeah, but
we are fans. You are fans.
Of our ideas creating a change.
Yeah.
If our ideas are equivalent to a million people that agree with us, maybe one day
we'll see it.
The rules will change, whatever sport it is.
And of course, we always love hearing your opinions and your thoughts on the
Without
matter.
Without a doubt. It's not about me. I don't give a damn
it doesn't even matter how much you know about the sport. It's about knowing what do you feel is fair, what do you feel is unfair. So we appreciate every single one of you. We got Greenwood saying good night. Glove Clan saying enjoy yourselves, gentlemen. I'll be over here streaming. Oh my God! Be sure. By the way, hold on a second. Let's get a shout out here for Glove Clan. Be sure to check out his channel as well. Let's take. Hold on.
Who's Greenwich again?
Greenwich. It's Greenwich.
Okay.
She's a witch and she's green.
Really? That's a female. She's great. Yeah, that's all. Dick. She's green and she's a witch. She probably took that offensively right now.
No, she said sure am.
Oh my God. I don't agree with him.
Green says I've been a female my whole life.
I hope so.
Oh my God!
What's going on now?
I just felt like saying that.
Okay.
That's the thing I do, right?
Yes, it is. That's
it's kind of like it's my
that's your
phrase now.
Your trademark.
It's my trademark.
Yep.
Is it a trademark or a catchphrase?
Both.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of both. A little bit of oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Hope you have a fantastic evening. Be sure to take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. We'll be back before you know it. I know next week looks a little crazy with my work schedule, but there will always be a day off at some point in the week. And when that shit happens, oh, you better believe it. Pops and I will be here in the evening time. Bobby Gay, as always. You got anything?
Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha, USA. Take care, everybody. We'll see you later, meow. Oh, my, go!